Hello and welcome to Arrington Ice Arena on the campus of Adrian College for this ACHA Division III matchup against the Adrian College Bulldogs Division III black team and the Central Michigan Chippewas. Starting lineups for tonight's game. Starting for Central Michigan will be number 7, Jacob Bryan, number 13, Justice Bigelow, number 18, Nolan LeClaire, as well as number 76, Ryan Morse, and number 91, Aaron Grady. And starting in goal for the Chippewas will be number 35, Zachary Leeds. And Darian, why don't you give us the Adrian College starting lineup?
For the Bulldogs, we're going to have number 1, Gilbert Oldrive, number 4, Justin McFatridge, number 7, Adrian Seabag, number 9, Cody Jones, number 17, Andy Petersmark, and number 25, Joe Gibbs.
And this is head coach Kevin Sunday's second season behind the bench here for the Adrian College Bulldogs. He too was a member of the ACHA Division I team here at Adrian College. And we are underway here as the Bulldogs chip it into this Chippewa zone. A big hit there on the boards. Another hit back and a big scrum behind the net. It's on the half board. And the Central Michigan's able to chip it out into the neutral zone. On the puck here is number 25, Joe Gibbs, setting it up. And now controlling it for the Bulldogs is Adrian Seabag, who is, interestingly enough, from Paris, France, but now at Adrian College in Michigan. And we have a penalty here. I believe it will be coincidentals, as there was a big scrum there. Or excuse me, it looks like it'll only be the Central Michigan player going into the box. Awaiting the call, it will be 2 minutes for holding. It will be number 76 in the box, Ryan Morse. So 29 seconds into this game, Adrian College will get the power play here. Taking the draw for Adrian will be number 14, Alex Armour. It's up to the point is number 8, Jimmy Howell. He sends it back down to number 23 for the Bulldogs, Sean Smalley, but it hits into the Central Michigan bench, so it will be a stoppage of play here. The faceoff will go back down into the Chippewa zone on the catching side of the Central Michigan goaltender, Zachary Leeds. Armour taking the draw again for the Adrian College. He wins it forward, and on there is number 3, Pat Campbell. And supporting him is number 23, Sean Smalley. Taking around the net now for the Bulldogs, number 14, Amore. He cycles it down, but now up to the point. Over to number 8, Jimmy Howell, who misses the net, and it's played out from behind the net. Tries to get it back behind the net again, but it'll be stopped up by Howell at the point. And a big shot there by number 3, Pat Campbell, but it gets blocked in front. Campbell again with the puck here. He sends it over to number 26, Tim Foley. Foley sends it around the net. And trying to play it there is Armour, but he's unable to. But here's Foley once again, but he will lose it there. And he has some pressure on him, but he'll be able to come out with the puck. So Foley will skate it back down into the Chippewa zone. Almost offsides there, but they were able to stay on. Central Michigan buying some time on their penalty kill. Sending it down, and here's number 91 for Central Michigan, Aaron Grady. But the Bulldogs are able to get it back out of their zone. It goes back down into the Chippewa zone. They'll bank it up behind the boards, behind the net. Picking up there in front is number 17 for the Bulldogs, Petersmark. Up to the point, and a big shot there, but it hits in front, and it will never reach the goal. And the puck goes out of play here off of Adrian Seabag's shot. $19 seconds still left to go in this Chippewa's penalty. The Bulldogs have not had too many chances on the power play yet. A lot of shots blocked in front. Taking the draw now will be Petersmark. It goes up and over Foley, so it goes down, and it will be played out by Oldrive. Foley with it once again. He sends a nice pass up to number 17, Andy Petersmark. He sends it into Adrian's bag. A shot on net, but a nice glove save there by Leeds. That was Adrian College's first shot on net for this game, and it will be even strength now with 17:30 remaining in the first period. The tie-up on the draw there, taking the face-off, was number 22, James Smith. Central Michigan rims it around the boards. There's a big collision behind the net, but Smith sends it back down into this Chippewa zone. And it's kept in here. And another big hit there on Adrian's number 10, Robert Bathory. And a huge save there by Leeds, the Central Michigan goaltender. Looked like that was going to go back past him, but he got his glove out there just in time. The Bulldogs testing Leeds early in this game. And now taking the draw will be Devin Hertzig for the Bulldogs. Central Michigan unfortunately wins the draw here. But a nice pinch there by number 8, Jimmy Howell. And Central Michigan will come down with it into the Bulldog zone. A backhand on net, but it is corralled easily by Oldreeve for the Bulldogs. That was Oldreeve's first save of the night. Responded well. The Bulldogs now out shooting the Chippewas 5-1. A nice play there by number 27 for the Bulldogs. Cush to get it out of the zone, but a nice little chip there. It's now played in the neutral zone by Howell. Howell takes it into the Chippewa zone. He sends it in front. However, nothing happens there. Cush just unable to control it there. Now here's Howell again with it. He tries to get the shot on, but he's unable to. And here's number 24, Zach Stanifer. But the Chippewas will come away with it. A shot on net, but it's corralled easily by Oldreeve, and almost a bad play there by the Bulldogs defenseman trying to put it back on net. Central tries to take another shot, but it goes wide. Going to play it behind the net is Howell with 2 Central Michigan players on him. But Howell will come out with it. Good puck control there. But a puck goes onto the bench, and former ACHA Division III goaltender, now assistant coach for this black team, Rick Kennard, made a nice glove save there on the bench. So the faceoff will be in the Bulldog zone on the blocker side of Old Reef. A shot that goes wide, and Central will pick it up on the half board there, sending it down into the corner as he steps out, trying to make something happen, but Howell is defending it well. Supporting Howell is number 16, Devin Hertzig. But Central comes out with it, but a nice play behind the net is number 26, Tim Foley, to make sure the puck does not go in front. And there is Hertzig again. And a big hit there by Cush. But Foley comes out there, but goes up to the point. Central Michigan shot, and easily pushed aside by Oldreeve. Adrian Bulldogs goaltender number 1, Gilbert Oldreeve, has had some action early in this game, as well as the Chippewas goalie, and they're both responding well. And speaking of goaltenders, I would like to give a shout out to my former goaltender, Emily Michelin, who's watching this game. I hope you're enjoying yourself in Nebraska. We all miss you here at Adrian College, though. Now taking the draw will be Sean Smalley on the catching side of Oldreeve. The play battle in the corner here. But Chippewas walk out with it, but a nice play there in front, number 25, Joe Gibbs, to make sure it was not able to get through. Gibbs tries to get it down, but he is stopped by the Chippewas defenders. Bulldogs try to center it, but nothing happens there as Chippewas got their stick on it. And there was no offsides there. It looked like it might have been. Chippewas take a shot, and it's covered. Nice stop there by Oldreeve. The Bulldogs doing a good job of putting the pressure on early in this game, but looks like the momentum switched a little bit here as the Chippewas now tied up the shots on goal. Taking the face-off in the Bulldog zone is Petersmark. And here's Sabag with it. He takes a shot on net. It goes into the chest and into the catching glove of Leeds. With 14:26 remaining in the first period, the face-off will be on the blocker side of Leeds. A nice face-off win there by number 17, Petersmark, who pushed it forward to himself. He tries to control behind the net, but he's unable to. And a big hit there by number 7, Adrian Seabag, one who we said is from Paris, France. It goes down into the Chippewa zone around the net. And there will be a hooking call here, I believe, on the Bulldogs. Number 9, Cody Jones, as he got a stick up around the arms of the Chippewas player. There can be a call every time when you get your stick up that high. So this will be the Chippewas' first power play of the game. Let's see how Adrian College can respond to this penalty kill. The face-off, of course, in the Bulldog zone here. Out on the penalty kill, is number 12, AJ Burns, taking the draw, as well as number 26 is Tim Foley, and number 27, Mitch Cush. And also killing the penalty is number 8, Jimmy Howell, who just sent it out into the bench of Adrian College. So we'll go back into the Bulldog zone. Burns takes the draw and it goes out into the neutral zone. Back to play it is Chippewa's defenseman. He sends it up. And the Chippewas will bring it into the Bulldog zone. A nice stick play there by Foley, but it's up at the point for the Chippewas. And a nice shot block there by number 27, Mitch Cush. So the Bulldogs will go down to put the pressure on the penalty kill here. But Burns and Cush will get a change. So now it'll be number 22, James Smith, putting on the pressure. And Leeds will have to play that out for his team. But it goes into the neutral zone. Coming down a 2-on-3. And a nice stick play there by Oldreeve. And it's on the half board here. Up at the point, a shot that goes very wide. Very high, Played in front, but a nice play there by Foley to get it out of harm's way there. Foley, an aggressive penalty kill here for him. And at number 24 will be able to clear from the Bulldog zone is Zach Stanford. Howell tries to step up, but it gets shifts past him. But Foley will play it back over to Howell, and he'll send one down the ice. And on it, Leeds will come out and play it. And not a good sign for Alex Armour, as he ran into the Chippewas goalie, so he'll have to watch out the rest of this game. But a nice clear there by Jake Fessel with only 13 seconds remaining in this Bulldogs penalty. Chippewas bring it out, but it is sent right back down by number 2, Zach Fischel. And the Chippewas once again here will get it out of their zone. It'll go into the neutral zone, but bringing it back down into the Chippewa zone is number 19, Fessel. But Leeds will play it behind his net. The Bulldogs try to center it, but the only one there is the Chippewas player, number 11, Ryan Tyrer. The Chippewas get into the Bulldog zone, but they'll have to regroup in the neutral zone, but they're able to get back into the zone. On it now, Zach Fischel plays it out behind the net. But here comes number 17, Petersmark down, and he has Sabag with him. But the Chippewas will come back down. Howell jumps on the ice in time. He makes sure to not get too many men there. Nope. It will be a Bulldogs penalty. It will be the Bulldogs penalty. It will be number 7, Adrian Sabag, for cross-checking here. He was arguing with the ref, and the ref told him no, go sit down. So he will sit for 2 minutes here. Another Adrian College penalty. That'll be 2 in a row for them. It's up at the Chippewas' point. They play it over. A shot and a nice save there by Oldreich to keep himself big in that net. And the Bulldogs were able to get it out. Clearing it was number 26, Foley. Leeds will play it out for his teammates. Putting the pressure on is AJ Burns, but the Chippewas will bring it right back down in. It goes off the shoulder of Oldreich. Another nice save there for him. But it goes up into the netting, so there will be a stoppage of play here with 10:35 remaining in the first period.
It was a great save there by Oldreich, getting it off his shoulder, getting it out of the way. There was 3 Chippewas charging the net there. Could have been dangerous if he would have gave up an easy rebound. That would have been an easy goal for Central.
Yeah, Oldreich has been tested a lot in this game so far, already facing 9 shots, but showing that he's up for the challenge here tonight. A nice play there by Foley to get the stick on it. And that will go off of Oldreich's blocker and up into the netting. So another stoppage of play here with 10:25 remaining. So we'll be on the catching side of Oldreich now as it went off of him into the netting. Taking the draw will be number 22, James Smith. The Chippewas will come out of it. They'll walk in front. He has no one on him, but a nice big save there by Oldreich. Good job by him keeping his stick firmly on the ice and allowing nothing to go through there. But the Chippewas will send it back in. Still a minute left to go in this Adrian College penalty. A big hit there is laid on by Howe as he goes down. There was a hit by number 5, Cody Ferris. The Chippewas will control it in their zone. They bring it out through the neutral zone, but Howe will send it right back down into the Chippewa zone. Going back to play it is number 11, Ryan Tyrer. He sends a pass up and they get it in zone. Looks like number 13 for the Chippewas, Justice Bigelow, got hurt on that play. He was slow to get up and he will go off the ice now. Chippewas able to keep it in there and they walk down into the corner, they send it. Gonna be number 6 on them, Anthony Longo. And going in now is Cush for the Bulldogs. A Chippewa shot that goes wide of the net, but a nice clear there by Longo. But it's stopped up behind the Chippewas net is Leeds with only 1 second remaining in this penalty, and the Bulldogs will be even now. But a nice interception there by Seabag, who just came out of the box. Bulldogs try to center it. Unable to there. Chippewas will come back down with it. It'll be a 2-on-3. A shot that goes over the blocker of number 1, Gilbert Oldreich. A good shot there by the Chippewas, very well placed. Unfortunately, Oldreich was just unable to get it there. He has been great so far tonight. Nothing he really could have done in that one. Just went over the blocker. Definitely have to shake this one off here. So with 8:44 remaining in this first period, the Chippewas will lead 1-0. The Bulldogs did take 2 penalties in a row there, so head coach Kevin Sunday can't be too happy about that lack of discipline there. Howe will send it back down into the Chippewa zone. But the Chippewas will get it back out into the neutral zone. Sending a far one down is Foley. The linesman said no icing, and Leeds will come out to play it. Battle on the boards here. Coming out with it is the Bulldogs number 23, Smalley, but it gets taken away from him, so it'll go back down. And it will be icing here, as Foley was able to beat out all the Chippewas players. And number 14 for the Chippewas, Caleb Bentley, tried to change on that icing, but the ref called him back. As we know, there is no changing on icing here in college. So the face-off will be on the blocker side of Leeds. A good chance here for the Bulldogs to get something to happen with 8:08 left. The Chippewas are able to send it back down And on to play it is Howell. Howell will bring it out from behind his net. A nice poke check pass to Chippewa's players. But he'll get it stripped of him, and now the Chippewas will control it in the neutral zone. And they get it past Foley. Here comes the Chippewas player. He stops up, but a nice play there by Foley to get a stick on it to make sure he can't control that. It goes over in front, but Foley once again controlling it there. Howell on him now. It's set in front, but it goes wide. Now it's at the point. A shot block in front by number 22, Smith. And now the Chippewas will control it in the neutral zone. They try to chip it in, but Howell's there. But now they will get a second chance at it, and they'll skate past a shot that goes wide. And the Bulldogs try to get it out there, but it was kept in by number 16, Kyle Hyde from the Chippewas. But now Howell will send it down, but he turns it right over to number 16, who sends it down to the Bulldog zone, and Old Reeve will play it there. The Bulldogs will not be able to get it out of their zone. A pass that once again does not go to the intended receiver. But the Chippewas will move it back down in the Bulldog zone. A shot that Krause almost goes in front, but number 14, Armour, makes sure it does not go in front of the net. Here's the Chippewas again controlling it in the neutral zone. Big shot that goes wide of Old Reeve's net. They try to send it down, but it is picked off again. A shot, but a big save there. And it will be a Chippewas penalty this time for slashing. Not sure yet who will be going to the box for them.
Like to see a little more hustle there from Adrian on the breakaway. That was a good shot, got a good rebound off the defender, but there was no one charging the net on the right side. Could have been an easy putback. The effort was not there.
Yes, definitely. Leeds left out a big rebound on that one. I know it's something that our coach, Coach Berger, stresses to us all the time, follow up that shot. But it will be Aaron Grady with the penalty. So the Bulldogs have a good opportunity here with 6 minutes left in the first period to get something going. A shot from the point. It gets off and wide in front. A rebound there, but the Bulldogs are unable to bury it there as number 17, Petersmark, had two good opportunities there, but Leeds said no. And now playing it for the Bulldogs is McFatridge over to number 25, Gibbs, who sends it up to Sabag. And here comes Petersmark. He tries to take a toe drag, but a little much too fancy of a play there. Seabag gets a shot off, but he gets hit up. Howe will control it at the point now. He'll send it down, and the big hit there. Behind the net is Petersmark now with it. He passed it over, to Sabag behind the net. Up to the point is Howe. Howe with a big shot and a nice glove save there by Leeds. And we've seen a lot of defensemen, Howe and number 26 for the Bulldogs, Tim Foley, out for the Bulldogs. They've been putting in big numbers tonight. You can tell they're definitely Coach Sunday's go-to defenseman here. With 52 seconds remaining in the Chippewas penalty. But the ref signals to throw the Adrian center out. So coming in to take the draw will be number 3, Pat Campbell. It goes up to the point. It's fully over to Howe. A shot in front, trying to get a deflection on that. But Leeds covers it up, and looks like the Adrian player hit the goalie over a little bit. So the Chippewas players are obviously unhappy about that. The ref stops anything from happening though quickly. We still got 43 seconds left to play in this Adrian power play. Chippewas rimming it around, but a nice keep there by Foley. However, there was more pressure, so they get out in the neutral zone, but Howe will make sure it just stays in the neutral zone as they send it back down into the Chippewa zone, and on it is Armour. A battle behind the net, but Foley will come on there. Armour comes out with it. Now a shot in front by number 23, Sean Smalley. 3 seconds remaining in this penalty. The defense better watch behind them. They have someone behind them. Howe is unable to get it, and now it will be Grady out of the box. Grady, a shot that goes over the glove of Oldreeve and even hits the water bottle. Not a smart play by the Adrian defenseman. They were unaware, even though their bench was trying to communicate with them. You have to watch that person coming out of the box. They can easily get behind your defenseman, and that is just what happened as Grady came out of the box, went down to breakaway, and just beat Oldreeve glove side. Nothing you can really do on that breakaway there for Oldreeve.
Lack of discipline by the Adrian players. The goalie was letting them know that time was running out on the power play. Just lack of discipline, didn't get in front of the puck, led to an easy breakaway.
It's in the feet. No one really knew what it was there, but it'll come down into the Bulldog zone. On the puck now is Longo. He sends a pass up, and now coming out with it is number 22, Smith. Now Longo playing it once again here for the Bulldogs. Looked like Longo and one of the Chippewa's players was still going at it there. However, there's not the puck around them. And playing it up to number 10 going down the ice is Robert Bathory. But a blocker save there by Leeds. And now on the puck is AJ Burns, and Howe will keep it in. And now here comes number 16, Herzig. He falls down on the play there, taking the Chippewa's player with him. Howe takes a shot from the point. It's deflected in front, and it just misses the net. Looked like it even went behind Leeds, but did not go in, unfortunately, for the Bulldogs. The Chippewas will dump it down back into the Bulldog zone. And now, number 26, Foley is on the puck, trying to get it out. AJ Burns helping out, but the net is off, so the ref will blow the play dead with 2:30 remaining in this first period. A lot of physical play here tonight in this game so far in the first period alone. Taking the draw now will be Peter's mark. It's played back to Fischel, who sends it back out of the zone. Chippewas will touch up for offsides, and going back down now is number 7, Adrian Spag. He tries to center it, but no one is there for the Bulldogs. The Chippewas will bring it back down into the zone. But a nice play there by defenseman number 4, Justin McFatridge, to get it stripped of the Chippewas player. And here comes Peter's mark with it. He holds on to it. He sends it over to Sabag, but Sabag loses it there, but it's kept in by McFatridge. He sends it back down in deep into the zone, but it goes back up to the point. Peter's mark with a shot from high, but it's kept away by Leeds. The Chippewas will be able to get it out of their zone now. Coming back with it is Fischel. He'll get it into the Chippewa zone. Chippewas have time here as they play with the puck in their zone. Putting pressure on now is number 23, Smalley, and number 14, Alex Armour. Longo will play it behind the net to Howe. Howe back behind the net to Longo. Nice play by him to buy time there. And here comes Campbell with it. He has 2 of his players with him. However, he gets it taken away from him. In front, Campbell with a shot off the crossbar. What a great opportunity there for Campbell, but it just hit the crossbar. The posts are the goalie's best friends here. And here's Campbell once again on it, sending a high one out, but it'll go back into the Adrian bench once again. So another stoppage of play here. So since Campbell shot it out, playing it now, taking the face off, will be number 14, Armour. A nice play there by Smalley, but he gets hit. So the Chippewas will come back down with it into the Bulldog zone. Howe putting pressure on the puck here. In the corner, a big battle going on. Petersmark comes in to help him out. Petersmark will rim it around the boards. He will successfully clear it out of the Bulldog zone. And a big hit there by number 9, Cody Jones. And the period will end here. And going into the first intermission, the Bulldogs will be trailing 2-0. However, the Bulldogs are out shooting the Chippewas 16-13. The game is already getting very chippy, so it will be a very exciting second and third period to watch. Make sure you stay tuned to ACTV. We'll be back. And we're back here at Arrington Ice Arena with the ACHA Division III matchup between the Adrian College Bulldogs black team and the Central Michigan Chippewas. I'm Ellen Stanton alongside Darian Pitcher. And right now the Bulldogs are trailing the Chippewas 2-0. The first goal was scored by number 12 for Central Michigan University, who unfortunately is not on our roster. And the second goal was scored by number 91, Aaron Grady. The first one went over number 1, Gilbert Oldreeve's blocker, and the second goal went over his catcher. Both nothing he could really do on those ones. He was left alone. But Darian, what are your opinions? What is your opinion on the first period so far?
First period was very sloppy by both teams. You have to keep in mind for Adrian, 4 of their starters were freshmen with 1 sophomore, so they're young. First college game, gonna be some jitters. Maybe they'll clean it up here in the second period, and once things settle in, got a few hits under their belts, a couple of shots. There's been a lot of shots. We've seen 29 of them in the first period. Clean that up. Central Michigan hasn't done anything too special, just capitalized on mistakes made by the Bulldogs. The one was a breakaway on miscommunication of when the player came out of the penalty box and beat Oldreeve. The first one, there was nothing he can do, but both shots did come from the same part of the ice. So he needs to pay attention for that, and Central needs to look to exploit that area. That first shot was a beautiful shot, top left corner. Nothing really the goalie could do.
And the Bulldogs are out shooting them. It's a very high shooting game right now, 16-13 starting the second period. And a nice pass over by Sabag.
That's another note had, Ellen. We've missed a lot of opportunities Adrian has on fast breaks. They try to do things too fancy. Just need to settle down, play mechanically sound, make the nice crisp passes tape to tape, and they'll find the back of the net. They're getting good looks, but they're just missing the easy ones.
Yes, I definitely agree. Simplifying their game here would help them a little bit. They're making a little bit too many moves here, it looks like. The defensemen from the Chippewas are easily getting it out from them. But we have an icing call here, so we'll go back down into the Chippewas zone.
Central's done a good job of keeping the puck in their zone as well. Adrian needs to do a better job of clearing. It's going to take down some of the shot opportunities for the Chippewas, and it'll definitely help them out in the long run. But Central does a great job staying on the boards, not letting them clear up the sides. They need to try to clear it a little bit more up the middle or get a little bit of more height on it to get it over these sticks.
Howell plays it down into the Chippewa zone. Behind the net is battling is Alex Armour. It's up to number 26 at the point is Foley. Armour once again battling behind the net with number 23 supporting him, Sean Smalley. But the Chippewas are able to get it out into the Bulldog zone. Howell gets beat by the Chippewas player, but he will go and put pressure on him behind the net. It's on the boards now, but the Chippewas will come out with it. It's played up at the Chippewas point. A shot, it goes wide. It comes out in front, and it looks like in between the leg pad and the post, just by Gilbert Oldreeve's leg.
Looked to be number 11, Ryan Tyrer.
Yeah, unfortunately, Howe got beat on that play. Looked like Tyrer just outskated him there to the puck. The battle on the boards, and Tyrer came out with it. It went behind the net. Just throwing it on net was the Chippewas, and it just went past Oldreeve.
That's one of the things Central's been able to take advantage of. They do a good job pushing the pace back up the ice, getting the defenders caught up at the blue line. They've made a lot of nice passes, blue line to blue line, which has given them fast break opportunities. And just like that, getting back into the zone where the defender was a little bit lazier, they got just a little chip shot in, and little luck finds the back of the net.
The Chippewas play it behind their net. Putting pressure on it is the Bulldogs' number 19, Fessel. But now here's Longo going back to play it, and a penalty will be coming up here. It will be on the Chippewas. So Oldreeve will skate to the bench. He will get there for the extra attacker before the Chippewas touch it, so a good hustle there by Oldreeve to pay attention, see the call coming up on the Chippewas, and get to the bench. It looks like it will be number 40 going to the box for the Chippewas. I think it will be a charging call, I believe, was the signal. or boarding, excuse me. So it will be a Bulldogs power play here with 17:30. A perfect opportunity for them to get something going. A nice shot from the point from Foley, but it's blocked by Leeds. And it was a boarding call to Chippewa's number 40. And that will be Colin Vanderweel going to the box. But Foley will skate out of his zone through the neutral zone. Helping him out there is Petersmark. A shot that hits off Leeds. Petersmark will play it out behind the net. He'll send it over to the boards to number 9, Cody Jones. Playing out in front, and Petersmark came 2 shots there. But that one will not come out of, and Leeds will hold on to that one.
As we mentioned before with the sloppy hockey, with sloppy hockey comes a lot of penalties, which has both teams with both their penalty kill and penalty attack on the ice. And we've seen a good job of both penalty kills. We haven't seen a power play goal yet in this game.
No, we have not, and it's a great opportunity for the Bulldogs being down 3-0. At least get themselves on the board here to start out. You know, when you're down 3-0, you can't think about it being 3 goals you need. You have to think about it 1 goal at a time. And a big hit there was laid on by number 19, Jake Fessel. But he will jump right back up, and Oldreeve will play it behind his net. Picking it up will be number 2, Zach Fischel. He'll skate through the neutral zone. He'll send a soft chip down into the zone. The Chippewas will be there to get it. And Fischel will once again control it in the neutral zone. Fischel will send a pass over to Howe. Central Michigan will tip it off the glass to get it out. And they will come down on the penalty kill. 23 seconds remaining in the Chippewas penalty. Trying to get it in front, but no one there. But the Chippewas able to keep it in the Bulldog zone. Fischel now coming out with it. But he sends it all the way down, and the Chippewas will let it go for icing. Definitely not something you want to do on the power play for the icing.
This is the 3rd penalty been fought off by the Chippewas here. We have 5 total penalties in the game, 2 for the Bulldogs, 3 for Central. All of them have been killed off successfully.
Armour taking the draw now. There to play it out for him is Howe. He brings it behind his net. Chippewas are now back to even strength. Sabag coming down with it. He tries to get in front, but he loses the puck there. So the Chippewas will come back down. Nice play there by Petersmark to put a lot of pressure on him. And now Longo sending it behind the net. Moving one around, but Chippewas are the only players there to control that. So it will stay in the Bulldog zone. Longo back again to try to play it out. Chippewas playing out of the corner up to the point. A shot pass over. Nice vision there by the defenseman to see the player on the back door there. The battle on the boards here with Longo in there as well as number 7, Adrian Sabag. It's back up to the Chippewas point, but a nice play there by Petersmark to intercept that pass. However, he loses it, so the Chippewas will gain possession again. Chippewas controlled at their point, sending it over. A shot on net, but hits the blocker of Gilbert Oldreeve. But the Bulldogs now will be able to get it out of the zone thanks to number 9, Cody Jones.
As we talked about earlier, Central Michigan's strength of keeping the puck in their zone. That possession was around 30 seconds they had the puck in the zone. And they got off numerous shots. None of them reached the net, obviously. And none on goal. All blocked down by the Bulldog defenders. But eventually, those are going to go by, so you have to get the puck out of your zone.
Now, the Bulldogs are doing a great job of getting shots on net tonight, already having 18 shots with 13 minutes still remaining in the second period. Another one that goes into the Adrian bench. So another stoppage of play here. The ref saying that it was off of the Central Michigan player, so it will go into the Central Michigan zone for the face-off. It will be on the blocker side of Leeds. taking the draw here for the Bulldogs will be number 22, James Smith. Smith wins it back to Foley. Foley passed over to Howell at the point. Howell sends it down into the corner. Playing it there will be Campbell. And now behind the net is it with Smalley. Foley gets beat there by the Chippewas player, but it's a 2-on-3 here. They try to center it in front, but it does not make it. Pinch there by the Chippewas defensemen, so they're able to keep it in the zone. A shot in front, and it is under Oldridge. So he will stop the play there with 13:07 left. Wasn't sure if he knew where it was there. But fortunately for him, it was under his pads. Now coming in to take the draw for the Bulldogs is Armour. Nice play there by Armour to win his draw. And a nice shot there by number 19, Jake Fessel. But a beautiful glove save there by the Central Michigan goaltender, Zach Leitz.
Just unlucky for Adrian. Nice shot on goal, and this time they did have their other guy streaking down the right side for a rebound. But beautiful save, as you mentioned, by the Central goalie.
Yeah, Leitz has been flashing that glove a lot tonight.
Oldrive has been doing pretty good on the Adrian side as well. Despite the 3-0 deficit, he hasn't been getting a lot of help from the defenders, getting a lot of easy looks for Central. We mentioned before the first goal that was scored by a player that is not on the roster was an amazing shot to go over his right shoulder.
A nice shot block there by number 19, Jake Fessel. It'll go out of play. It looks like he got hurt a little bit on that play. Of course, that's definitely going to be a stinger, but he'll be all right next shift. And it will be on the catching side of Oldrive. Coming in to take the draw will be Petersmark for the Bulldogs. Chippewas get the shot off that face-off, but it goes high and wide of the Bulldogs' net. A nice play there by number 4, McFatridge. And now here's Sabag on the puck now. Sabag controlling it, and Petersmark trying to get it out to help him. But it goes into the Central Michigan bench. Another stoppage of play here for the puck going out of play. As we said, a very high shooting game here so far. It's only the second period, and the shots are already 19-7 in favor of the Bulldogs. The face-off will be at center ice here. The Chippewas win it back. A nice pinch there by Hallow to read that play. Good anticipation by him. But now the Chippewas come back. And Sabag goes over for it. Howell battling in front, and now Fischel getting on the puck, but he hits it into the Central Michigan shin guards. And Central will dump it right back down into the Bulldog zone. Fischel goes back to play, and he sends it behind the net to Howell. Howell tries to get it up to number 9, Cody Jones, but he's unable to get it out. Chippewas walking in with it, but a good play there to keep it out of the center. And now the Chippewas have it at the point, a shot on net, and it gets deflected wide. At the point again, a shot off of Oldrive's blocker. A nice save there by Oldrive.
That shot location has been where Central's getting their shots off. Bulldogs defense slow to rotate over that time. Dangerous spot to let shots go on net.
Yeah, it looks like the Bulldogs defense is playing pretty low in their zone, giving the Chippewas all the time at the point. And here comes number 11 for the Chippewas. He was all alone in front. He tried to center it in front, He was all alone. The defense did not realize he was back there. But luckily nothing came of that.
Absolutely, another miscommunication, letting the guy get behind the defensive line. Another pass blue line to beat the defenders. Just got lucky, couldn't handle the pass off the bat and missed on that centering opportunity.
Chippewas get it back down into the Bulldog zone. Going back to play it is Longo. He reverses it, but the Chippewa play will beat the Bulldog players there. And a big hit there by number 14, Alex Amor. but the Chippewas still keep it in the Bulldog zone. But getting it there is number 19, Jake Fessel. But it goes once again back down into the Bulldog zone. Fessel letting a hit there. And it's in front, no one there. No one, the Bulldogs did not know where that was. But a nice cover there by Oldreeve. And a nice cover up there by Oldreeve.
One of the things for Central, keeping it in their zone does not allow for the Bulldogs to get a change. That time they caught their line out there for a long time, got them exhausted, had a great look right in front of the goalie, but they couldn't get anything of it.
Now taking the draw will be number 22, James Smith. He wins it back, and Howe will play it behind the net to Foley. Foley getting up the half board to Campbell. But Central sending it back down deep into the Bulldog zone. But here comes Campbell again. He gets it out before being hit on the boards. They played out into the neutral zone. And here is number 23, Smalley, bringing it into the Chippewa zone. Campbell there to follow up him and support him. Campbell's shot. It goes high and wide. Foley will go back to play it. There will be no icing on this play. He sends it back behind to Howell. And bringing it back once again is the Bulldogs and Foley. And a little bit of a misunderstanding there by Leeds and maybe his defenseman there, but Leeds will catch that puck and cover up there.
Opportunities like that, Adrian, just are not getting. They had a good job getting a stick on it and redirecting it, getting it in front of the goalie, and as you've seen, he mishandled it a little bit. Not too much has gone his way for action for this period. They get the puck on him and might get one past him.
Yeah, Leeds has only had 4 shots this period so far. Cush keeps it in. Looked like it might have hit the speakers up there up top, but the refs don't think so, so no whistle there. A nice keep in by McFadridge. Sabag on it now. The Chippewas will come and play it out of their zone once again. Or behind the net, excuse me. A nice hit there by Cush to keep it in. Sabag working with Petersmark, excuse me, and Cush. The Bulldogs will have to touch up here though. And hit off the Chippewa stick past the red line, so there will be no icing on that. Oldreeve, little problem playing the puck there. Chippewas get it there. Nice stop in front by Oldreeve. Chippewas almost get a second chance, but fortunately for them, the Chippewas player loses the puck there. A big hit there by Petersmark. Push at the point, but he's unable to block it there. It's at the Chippewas point again. A shot and a nice save there by Oldreeve once again. Chippewas once again controlling it at the point. It'll go wide of Oldreeve's net, but back up to the point for the Chippewas. Another shot that goes wide of the net.
Oldreeve's done a great job thus far. He has 18 saves to his credit already, and we're only midway through the second period.
The Bulldogs roaming around the boards, and it will go out, and Chippewas touched it, so there will be no icing on this play here as the Bulldogs are able to get a change. A pretty long shift for that line as they got stuck in their zone. It's get thrown in front of Jones, but Jones unable to do anything with it. But Foley will keep it in there. On it now is Herzig. And a big hit there by Jones, but Foley will have to go back and play it. He has Chippewas players on him, but he comes out with speed and a hit there. And it goes into the neutral zone, but the Chippewas send it right back down into the Bulldog zone. Howe now playing it for, and a nice play there by number 24, Zach Stanifer, to get a stick on that one to make sure it doesn't go icing. The Chippewas now moving it through the neutral zone. A nice stick play there by Foley, so the puck goes wide. It's by the post, but the ref blows a whistle as he did not have a clear vision of that. With 6:29 remaining in the second period, the Chippewas still leading the Bulldogs 3-0.
If you're Adrian, you need to pay attention to the way that Central's playing this game. Their players look calm and collective. When they get the puck, they take their time, see what's going on, and get a nice crisp pass to whoever they're looking for, as to where the Bulldogs are getting the puck, looking to get rid of it as soon as they get it and not seeing what's going on around them. I'm sure they'll pick up on that in film. That's something they'll look to improve as they hit the ice again in their next game.
Taking the draw here will be Armour, but he will be thrown out as the Bulldogs take a late change. So coming in will be number 19, Jake Fessel. Fessel ties up in front, and Armour will get there, but the Chippewas player is also there. Howe playing it on the boards here. It goes up to Fessel on the wing. He sends a pass over to number 10, Robert Thory. And sending it down is Longo, but the Bulldogs need to touch up for offsides, and they do now. So now they can pressure the puck, but it goes up into the banner. So another stoppage of play here once again.
No lack of those here in Arrington.
Yes, we have a very decorated rink here. A lot of successful hockey teams we have, and synchronized skating teams. That was the Chippewas pass up that went into the banner, so it will be in the Chippewas zone here. A shot from the point, but Chippewas block it, and he comes down for a breakaway, and Oldreeve comes out to play it, but he doesn't play it properly, but luckily for him, nothing happens there.
That's the second time Oldreeve's almost been caught. The Chippewas doing a good job skating down ice, getting down there, getting players in the zone, and that's twice now that they could have had. If the puck would have went to the other guy going down, they would have had an easy shot on goal.
Yes, they're doing a very good job of finding the gaps in the Bulldogs' defense. Armour sends it back down, and Oldreeve will come back out to play it again. He is successful, and the Bulldogs will get it out. However, it will be an icing here for the Bulldogs.
Also, with those numbers for Central, there's the lack of Bulldogs, as they're not getting on the ice quite as quickly as Central is.
And unfortunately, that was a Bulldogs icing. They already had a pretty long shift, but they will have to stay out here again since they did ice the puck. So Armour going back here, and the face-off will be on the catching side of Oldreeve. Longo will send it behind the net. Campbell will go over to the wing, played out there. He gets a stick on it, a nice chip by him. And Armour will get a change. A nice player there at center ice is McFatridge, but it goes on net, and Leeds will cover it up. Leeds has shown tonight that he is very good with his glove. He made a lot of glove saves here tonight. Going in to take the draw now for the Bulldogs will be Smith against number 28 for the Chippewas, Eric Willits. Fully trying to play it down to the half board to number 22, James Smith. But the Chippewas will get it out of the zone here. But it will be an icing call there. So we'll go back down to the Chippewa zone. And the Bulldogs will get a change here. It will be on the blocker side of Leeds. Petersmark wins it. Foley sends it back down. Behind the net is Cush. He tries center in front to Petersmark, but the Chippewas defenseman just gets a stick on that there.
It seems as though the Bulldogs are always one pass away. Right there would have been a great opportunity on goal if they could have connected on that pass. They need to work on getting those passes to the sticks of their target. They might find themselves a goal in doing so.
Yes, they're doing a good job of trying to get themselves chances. However, the bounces just aren't going their way so far tonight. Sabag's hit on the boards there. And the Chippewas will throw it right back down into the Bulldog zone. Oldreeve will play behind the net. However, only the Chippewas player is there. Sabag there trying to get it out, but he is unable to. Behind the net, the Chippewas player goes. Almost a shot in front, but the Bulldogs break that up. It goes to the Chippewas point. A whiff there. Sabag went for the hit there instead of the puck. And a nice play there by Oldreeve to get his stick on that.
That looked like one of the opportunities where you like to see Sabag go for the puck rather than the hit. Could have had a breakaway opportunity to get a shot on goal, which he has here, and mishandles it.
It went into the Chippewa zone, but they are able to bring it out once again. Howell's on the battle there. Going in to help him is Cush. Armour coming out with it for the Bulldogs. He tries to send it back to Howell, but the Chippewa's player there once again. And it goes behind the net. Foley will be there to play it. And Armour coming in to help out. He sends one over the defenseman's head. And it will come out. And Cush on the puck now. Good hustle by him. But it goes D to D in the Chippewa zone. And they get it out. Longo there on the puck, trying to defend the Chippewa's player, and he does so successfully. Coming back now is Armour. He sends a shot on net, but it goes into the catching glove of Leeds.
Again, one bounce away there was Adrian. A rebound, they would have had a nice look to get a putback, but a nice save there by Leeds.
Now on the ice for the Bulldogs will be Jones and Burns. They don't have a center on the ice yet. The Bulldogs only have 4 players. But at the points will be Longo and Howell. The Bulldogs still don't have 5 people on the ice. But now jumping on is number 16, Devin Herzig. Jones comes over up from the corner, but another nice save by Leeds there into his glove. The ref telling the players he's not going to take anything. Herzig is trying to argue with the ref. Never a good idea for a player to do. The Bulldogs lose that draw, and the Chippewas will come out of the neutral zone with it. A shot on net, but it's stopped by the pads of Oldreeve. Jones battling on the boards, but Howell with it. It goes in front, but it goes up very high. Jones once again not playing the puck and trying to take the body, so he's unable to get it out of the zone. But now the Bulldogs will be able to successfully get out of the zone, but it will be icing.
Sloppy passing once again. Accurate pass could have led to a big breakaway.
Yeah, the puck was right behind Jones, but he went to play the body instead of taking the puck out of the zone. He could have easily chipped it out there. Definitely something Coach Sunday will not be happy about. AJ Burns tries to get it out, but he's unable to, but Howe will finally be able to get it out of the zone and will go back down into the Chippewa zone. They played out behind their net, but Burns putting the body on the Chippewa's player there. And Burns still coming out with it. Jones in front. He has to go through 2 Chippewa's players. A pass in front, and the Bulldogs no score there. Jones threw one on the net, and a rebound in front, put away by number 16, Devin Herzig for the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs will ruin Leeds' shutout tonight, making it now 3-1 with 1 minute left in the second period.
That's what we talked about, Ellen, getting the puck on Leeds, see if you can make something happen. And that was Hertz in the right spot at the right time for the rebound attempt. Puts it in the back of the net with the wraparound.
A good hustle by Herzig to not give up on those rebounds and to keep going. Leeds, for some reason, his pad was off the ice, so he was able to stick it under there. It goes back down into the Chippewa zone, around the net. But a nice keep there by number 4, McFatridge. Sabag throwing it, but it goes wide. And a nice keep there once again by McFatridge. It's in front to Petersmark. Petersmark a shot, but a big rebound there. Unfortunately, no one there for the Bulldogs. Official tries to throw one on the net, but it's blocked in front by number 28, Eric Willits. Now bringing out of the zone is number 16 for the Chippewas, Hyde. He takes a high shot. Spag putting pressure there. He goes for the hit. He gets hit a little bit on that play, shaken up a little bit, but he'll get back up. And a nice play there by the Bulldogs. With only 2 seconds remaining in the second period. So the Bulldogs will be able to get on the board here. 3-1. And a little altercation on the ice here. And Leeds will jump in for the Chippewas. Have the momentum after scoring a late goal. But a little fight there, a little scrum there. Going into the second intermission. And Adrian coming back to the third period. What do you think Coach Sunday's going to want to say to his team in the locker room in this intermission?
Well, after this late scrum, we need to tell his players to keep his head in the game and stay focused on what they're here to do, and that's win the game, not take out bodies. As it's been a physical game, they need to keep their heads, and they do have the momentum, as you said, scoring that late goal. Now the game's within reach, only down 2 goals. That's 2 bounces their way, and we're back tied up.
Yeah, and as we said, you need to take it 1 goal at a time, and they always say a 2-goal lead is the worst to have in hockey.
Absolutely.
We'll be back soon after the 15-minute intermission from Arrington Ice Arena. I'm Ellen Stanton alongside Darian Pitcher, and stay tuned to ACTV. Hello and welcome back to Arrington Ice Arena for the third period action between the Adrian College Bulldogs ACHA Division III Black Squad and the Central Michigan Chippewas. I'm Ellen Stanton alongside Darian Pitcher. And Darian, what are the keys to the Bulldogs' third period here tonight?
Well, for the Bulldogs, they need to get the puck on Leeds. Anything will work. You've seen the one misdirection he mishandled, so you can get anything on him. It may bounce off to get an easy shot. And also, their goal by Herzig came off of a rebound, so if you get the puck on him, the chances will be a lot greater for the rebound shot to go back in. Also, they need to get down the ice on defense. The Chippewas are beating them back down the ice almost every time down, and it's leading to easy, wide-open breakaway shots. They're lucky that Oldriev's been on his game today for the most part, and he saved a lot of trouble. This could be a lot worse than what it is. And also, after that scuffle, they need to keep their composure and try to ride the momentum they have to bring this game back, get the 2 goals they needed, and see if they can get out of here with a tie or a win.
And at the end of the second period there, Leeds got involved in an altercation, and the refs gave him a 2-minute penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, I believe they called it. So the Bulldogs will start this third period on a power play, so a great opportunity here for them with the Chippewas down a man. The puck goes up and down to play it is Howell.
It's going to be Nathan Allgaier for the Chippewas who's going to take the penalty for Leeds. This will be the third time on the power play for the Bulldogs. Haven't been able to score on either one of them. The 6th penalty overall tonight. 3 on each. Here comes the 7th.
And it will be a 5-on-3 power play the Bulldogs will be seeing here with 19:33 remaining in the second period. Another even better opportunity here for the Bulldogs tonight, being up 2 men. I believe it will be a hooking penalty, or a kneeing penalty here. So the face-off will be on the catching side of Leeds. Peters Mark will win it over. Sabag will get it up to Campbell. Campbell back to Sabag. Sabag back up to Campbell at the point. Campbell over to Sabag again. Back up to Campbell at the point. Campbell shoots, but it goes off the shin guards of the Chippewa player number 7, Jacob Bryan. Going back to play it in the neutral zone will be Howe, bringing it back into the Chippewa zone. He leaves it for Jones. Jones is shot on net. It's in front, but no one there in front. Always have to have someone in front of that net for the rebounds on the power play, especially a 5-on-3 power play.
Needless
Jones
to say,
unable
this
to control
is huge. Huge power play for the Bulldogs, down 2 goals. If they can get one early here, it's going to make it a lot easier to come out of here with a win.
Armour on the puck there, but he's unable to control it. But a attempt to keep it in is failed by Campbell, but he will control the neutral zone over to Foley. Foley will send it down into the Chippewa zone. It goes off the shin guards of Herzig. Back up to the point to play it is McFatridge. Over to Foley, back to McFatridge. Back over to Foley once again here on the point. He walks down. He tries to send it over to Campbell, but the pass is not received by Campbell.
20 seconds left in the 5-on-3.
And it goes back down behind. Oldrieve will come out to play it. McFatridge sends a pass up to Campbell. Campbell moving through the neutral zone. The goaltender Oldrieve communicating to his defenseman that this first power play is almost over. So it will be a 5-on-4 now. Longo playing it in the neutral zone. It goes into the Chippewa zone, but they send it right back out once again. Going back down to play it is Foley. Only 10 seconds remaining on this Chippewa's power play. Moving through the neutral zone is Foley, and he gets hit. And they send it back down once again. And that will end the Chippewa's power play. Penalty kill, the Adrian Bulldogs power play. And it will be an offsides call here with 17:26 remaining in the third period. Unfortunately, on that 5-on-3, the Bulldogs weren't able to get much offense generated here tonight. The faceoff will be in the neutral zone. Peters Mark will take the draw. Central Michigan will win the draw, though. They'll dump it down into the Bulldog zone. Howell going back to play it. And now it will be McFatridge roaming up the boards. Jones comes out with it, fortunately for the Bulldogs. So he is able to get it out of the zone. McFatridge, nice pass up to Petersmark. Petersmark going wide. A shot hits off the glove of Leet. And Sabag playing on the boards there. Back to Petersmark. In front to Jones. Jones with a shot. Jones with another shot. Hit the far post. What an unfortunate play for the Bulldogs. Just not getting the bounces they need tonight. A great play there, but it hit the far post and stayed out of the net somehow.
As we talked about before the intermission, Ellen, take the goals one at a time. If they get their first goal back before the 10-minute mark, look for this to get interesting down the stretch.
Yeah, a 2-goal lead is always the worst lead to have in hockey. You get that second goal and you have the momentum going your way for the Bulldogs, so hopefully they can get that going here. Number 10 for the Bulldogs, Robert Bathory, tries to control it in front of the net, but it gets broken up, and now he'll play it up on the half board again. But it's stopped up by the Central Michigan defenseman, but Howell will send it in front. And number 19, Fessel, unable to control it there, but he'll go play it into the boards. He passes it up to McFatridge. McFatridge, shot goes wide. Howell tries to dive and keep it in, but McFatridge will play it in the neutral zone. He'll throw a high one up, but it'll hit off the Central Michigan glove, and it will be controlled in the Chippewa zone. But they'll send it down, and it will be icing. And a nice hustle there by Howell, and he almost got beat out by number 19, Cody DeLorenzo, but Howell beats him up for the icing. The face-off will be on the blocker side of Leet here with number 16, Hertzig, taking the draw. Chippewas roaming around the boards. Unable to get out the first time, but the second time they will be able to. Going back to play it is Fischel. He sends it around. But the Chippewas keep it in there, and Longo now sending it back behind the net to Fischel. Puck goes back down, and here comes the Bulldogs shot! A shot by number 23, Smalley, but it goes high and wide. Now the Chippewas will come down 3-on-2. They pass it in the middle, but it gets broken up there by Longo and Fischel. A nice keep-in by the Chippewas defenseman, a shot that goes wide. Smalley at the point now trying to put some pressure on there, but it goes to the other point, and Old Dreve will cover it up here. And now the face-off will be on the blocker side of Old Dreve. It will be number 14, Alex Armour, taking the draw. Goes up to the Chippewas point, but it's blocked in front by Foley. AJ Burns on the forecheck now. A nice chip in there by Stanifer. And Armour behind the net. Supporting him was Burns. And here comes Chippewas back down to the Bulldog zone. Walking through the slot, but he gets it stripped of him. Foley now coming out with it. He gets it up to Armour. He comes down, 3-on-3 here. Pass in front, but Burns unable to do anything with it there. Can't get the stick on the play. McFatridge keeps it in. A shot on net, but it goes wide. A nice keep there by Foley. Burns with it now. Passes it over to Petersmark, but he hits the skates, the Chippewas defender skates. Howell on the puck here. He will move it up through the neutral zone, but the Chippewas will end up getting possession of that. And now Longo will send it right back down into the Chippewa zone. Jones putting pressure on there, but the Chippewas able to get it out. A nice hit by Longo there, and a nice poke check by him too. Sabag going behind the net to help play it, but the Chippewas get it off. And a shot block there by Howell. Up to the Chippewa's point, a shot goes wide. Longo will go and play it on the boards. Up to Jones, but Jones is pinched by number 14, Caleb Bentley. So he's unable to get it out, so he'll still be in the Bulldog zone, but now Howell has a chance to clear it. But he misses that chance as well. Now Petersburg will come. Played up high off the glass, and Sabag now with it. But a lot of pressure by the Chippewas player, so he has to retreat back into his own zone. Chippewas go offside, but they will touch up here. As some of the Bulldogs players get a change. A shot that goes down into Old Dreve, and he'll cover up there with 12:55 remaining in the third period. The face-off will be on the catching side of Old Dreve. Taking the draw will be Smith. It's up to Chippewa's point, but it gets deflected and goes up into the netting for another stoppage of play here. In the third period, the Bulldogs still trailing the Chippewas 3-1. Smith back to take the draw again on the catching side of Old Dreve, Up to the Chippewas point, the shot goes wide. Trying to center it, but it gets broken up by Campbell. They center in front, but a nice save there by Old Dreve, and Campbell gets a nice one over to number 23, Smalley. He comes down. He tries to get it past the defender, but it gets broken up there. Official now with it at the point. He sent the shot, but it gets corralled by Old Dreve for the stoppage of play with 12:27 left in the third period. Coming out now for the Bulldogs will be Hertzik, number 10, Robert Bathory, and Fessel. Hertzik loses the draw there, so the Chippewas are able to successfully get it out of their zone. They can bring it down into the Bulldogs zone, but the Chippewas player is met by two Bulldogs players there, so he does not go anywhere. And there is another whistle here. I believe another penalty coming up. Or an offsides, excuse me. So the face-off will be in the neutral zone near the Chippewas bench. Coming out to take the draw is Petersmark. Bathory trying to put some pressure on there. A nice play there by Longo to break that up. Get it out of his zone. Putting pressure on his Hertzik. But the Chippewas send it deep down into the Bulldog zone. Bathory sends it around the net to Foley. And Bathory now getting it out of his zone, going into the Chippewa zone. He sends a shot, but it goes wide. And it's on the back of the net, so there will be a stoppage of play here.
After the game, visit Wild Cafe in Wingery, located inside Arlington Ice Arena. Wild Cafe has fresh, never frozen chicken wings and award-winning sauce.
So the face-off will be in the Chippewa zone once again. Petersmark will take the draw here. He has Jones and Sabag. But the Chippewas send it high out of their own zone. Old Dreve will play it up. But the Chippewas player will receive it there, and he'll step up wide. He tries to get in front, but it's shut away by Old Dreve. And a battle in front, and the goal is waved off. The ref said Old Dreve had it. A good job by Old Dreve to stay strong there and keep the puck covered. Old Dreve talking to the ref here. Getting a drink of water, settling himself down. He's doing a good job tonight in the Bulldogs net. Petersmark taking the draw here. He wins it back. And they send it around the boards. A big hit there by Jones. A nice play there by Howe. Chippewas were trying to once again get some rebounds there, but Howe got it out of the way. Jones pressuring the Chippewas in their zone. A nice keep there by Howe, but the second time the Chippewas are successful as they send it deep down into the zone. And now Sabag with it. Sends over to Jones. Jones a backhand pass to Longo. Longo takes a shot, but gets blocked by the Chippewas defenseman. Longo still has the puck now. He had no support there. Great play by Longo, who is a defenseman for the Bulldogs. Chippewas send it down for an icing call with 10:09 remaining in the third period. So Chippewas unable to change here. Coming in to take the draw in the Chippewa zone will be number 22, James Smith. Keeping it in there at the point is Howell. Smith tried to get a stick on that deflection maybe, but deflected it the wrong way. Chippewas will play it out, rim it around behind their net. Fully unable to control it there, so going back for it will be Howe now. And the Chippewas get a full change after they weren't able to change on that icing. They control it in their zone, going D to D here. Sending a high pass up, Fully on the chase here. And it will go for icing with 9:34 remaining in the third period. The Bulldogs still trailing the Chippewas 2-1, but we have plenty of hockey here left to play in the third period. Face-off will be on the blocking side of Leeds. Hertig did a good job trying to get on net there, but Leeds denied him. A big hit there on the boards by Cush. Playing it in the neutral zone is Fischel. Fischel chips it off the boards. A battle on the boards, but the Bulldogs are able to control it in their zone now. Nice play there by McFatridge, take his time to control it. And a good hustle there by Armour, but he is just unable to beat out the Chippewas defenseman for the icing. Very close though. Good hustle by him. Armour, Hertig, and Cush still on the ice here for the Bulldogs. Armour will take the face-off. Hertig gets it, but he gets it stripped of him by number 18, Nolan LeClaire. Cush sending a high one up. It goes over. Now the Chippewas will get another chance going back down to the Bulldog zone, sending it over, but Armour made a nice defensive play there. Block in front by Fischel. Chippewas controlling it on the half board now. They walk in. Screen in front, but a nice save there by Oldreeve, even with Central Michigan's screen right in front of him. But it goes back down into the Chippewa zone. Someone lost their stick on the play there. It's intercepted in the neutral zone by Petersmark. He goes in after Sabag touches up. But a nice glove save there by Leeds, once again flashing that glove.
Doesn't seem to have anything going for him on the glove side. He seems to be pretty solid with his glove, as they haven't been able to get anything to beat him on that side.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have shot there a lot tonight, but each time Leeds has answered with a very flashy glove save there.
It's his 32nd save of the game.
Now the Chippewas bringing it out of the zone. Nice play there by Howe, who has been very strong defensively tonight for the Bulldogs and has logged a lot of minutes in tonight's game. Chippewas will move it through the neutral zone. They chip it, send it up high behind the net of Oldreeve. On it there is Foley, and Howe now going back to play it as they switch. Smart play there by Foley and Howe on the defense. Howe tries to chip it out, but it goes nowhere there. So Foley goes behind the net to play it over to Howe once again. Howe moving up to Sabag. Sabag gets it out. Petersmark here on the forecheck. It goes up, and Sabag there to intercept it. Sabag with a shot that goes high. He gets hit up there by the Chippewa's player. And here's Jones playing it back to McFatridge. McFatridge over to Foley, back to McFatridge. Trying to send it up, but it goes to the Chippewa's player. Foley plays that bounce off the glass. Over to McFatridge. Sends a nice one up to number 14, Armour. Armour going around the defenseman. Trying to center it in front, but no one there for the Bulldogs. Longo tries to keep it in, but it just goes out according to the linesman. So the Bulldogs had to go and touch up. Now played in the neutral zone. The Chippewas will come down with it. But Longo here, chipping it off the boards to number 10, Bathory. He comes behind the net with it. Sending it in front to Fessel. Fessel tries to get in front to Armour, but he's unable to. The Chippewas now playing it out behind their net, reversing it back behind the net. Nice keep there by Armour, but the Chippewas will be able to get it out now. Longo on the Chippewas player number 19, Cody De Lorenzo. Stopped in front by Armour. And here's Cush with it, but he gets it to Howe. Howe comes down with a nice move there past the Chippewas player. But another high shot goes into the banner once again with 5:38 remaining in this third period. And you know, if the Bulldogs want to get something going, now is the time to do it with the face-off in the Chippewa zone. Down 2 goals here. Late in the third period, but still plenty of time to get at least of the 2 goals here. Howell chips off the boards past the Chippewa's player. A smart play by him. So it will go into the Chippewa zone. Going back down ice. And on it is number 22, Smith, but it will go for icing. So the face-off once again will be on the catching side of Leeds. And the Chippewas players looking a little tired there after the icing and the no change. So a good time for the Bulldogs to capitalize. Campbell sends a shot on net, but it gets pushed aside by Oldreeve. A nice hit there on the boards by Cush. McFatridge trying to play it up, but it goes off the stick of number 61 for the Chippewas, Nicholas Wink, so it'll be a stoppage of play as it went into the netting. It will be in the neutral zone, the face-off. Coming in to take the draw will be Stanifer for the Bulldogs, and number 4 for the Chippewas, Dalton Sutherland. The Chippewas will go offsides as it went into the skates of number 14, Caleb Bentley, and stayed with him. 4:56 now remaining in the third period. The face-off in the neutral zone by the Bulldogs bench now. Fatridge, but they get tied up there. They try to bring it back out in front, but it's saved by the pad of Oldreeve. Stanifer gets it out. McFatridge playing it off the boards to Fischel. Fischel sending it up, but no one there for him. And the Chippewas will go down, and it will be an icing call. So back into the Bulldog zone with 4:28 remaining in this third period. And there will be a timeout called by head coach Kevin Sunday. I think a good time for him to take this timeout here. Only 4:28 remaining in this third period. The Bulldogs are down by 2, but it is plenty of time left for the Bulldogs to get these 2 goals at least. And Darian, what do you think Kevin Sunday's message is to his team right now with only 4:28 remaining in the third period?
think the biggest thing he's stressing to him right now is effort and just fighting for the rest of the game. 2 goals in 4 minutes isn't impossible, but it is unlikely. But at the same time, this is the first game of the year. Couple mental errors in the first period led to this deficit. They've done a good job ever since, and they've locked it in. Now he just wants to see the effort and the hustle to finish out the game and end on a positive note going into their next game.
Yes, definitely. I'm sure. I know when Coach Sunday was a player here, he was always working 110%, so I'm sure he wants to see his team do the same here. Taking the draw will be Peter's mark. Howe will be one of the defensemen on the ice here for the Bulldogs, who has, as I said previously, logged a lot of minutes tonight for the Bulldogs and has been a very solid defensive force here tonight. Sabag coming with it, trying to make moves around the Chippewa's defenseman. Chippewas lose it there, but it is supported by number 14 for the Chippewas, Caleb Bentley, who gets it out of the zone. A nice play there by Howe to get it quickly out of their own zone. But the Chippewas send it back down. Howe will go on it. He'll chip it up to Jones, who will send a high backhand over to Sabag, who sends it down into the Chippewa zone. The Chippewas quickly send it back down into the neutral zone. And coming down with it is Chippewas, but a nice play there by Old Dreve to get it out of the way. It goes wide, and the Chippewas send it in front, and Jones picks it up there. They try to send another one, but it gets blocked and goes out of the zone into the neutral zone. But the Chippewas will send it right back down into the Bulldog zone. Longo playing it here. And now number 19, Fessel on the puck. Howe makes sure that it gets out of the zone, and coming down now is Armour. He comes down with it, tries to center it, but the Chippewa's defenseman denies him there. And now here comes Foley with a shot on net with a wraparound, but it goes into the pad of Leeds. Campbell trying to battle on the boards there, but the Chippewas will come away with it, and Foley gets it off him, but he sends it right back down to Mick Fatridge with a nice play there. And a shot in front, but it's stopped by Old Reeve. The net's off there, so the ref will blow the whistle here with only 2:41 now remaining in this third period.
Another thing to take note of is with this young team, it doesn't look like the chemistry is there. It looks like they're all trying to be the guy on the team and try to be the goal scorer. That turned down there, rather than passing it off and centering it to get a better shot, tried the wraparound when Leach was already hugging the post and had it locked up. Instead of looking to pass, look for the goal. That's not going to work if you're playing as individuals.
Definitely a good point. I'm sure it's something Coach Sunday is going to really want to stress and work on going through the rest of this season. A shot on net, and it's off the pads of Old Dreve. Foley with it in the corner. He tries to send a long pass up. Leeds comes out of the net, out of the crease, so it will be no icing there. And here comes Hertzig with it, a shot in front. And number 23 for the Bulldogs, Smalley, just passes up the rebound there. Didn't know where it was. Skated past it, unfortunately. Bathory. And here's Howe now. Foley will come back down with it. It'll go back down to the neutral zone, but Howe is there to play it. The Bulldogs touch up on sides here. Bathory now on the puck. Back in the neutral zone to play it is Howe.
Another factor that seems to be on Adrian's side is that it does not look like the conditioning is quite there. Not just on this line that's on right now, but it seems as though they're all fatigued and skating very slowly, very tired. They're not going after pucks as aggressively as they were. Fatigue will set in, but it looks like they could be in a little bit better shape, a little bit more conditioning, and this team will be ready to go the full time.
Head coach Kevin Sunday pulled Old Dreve, and I think the whistle was blown because the linesman saw Sabag leave the bench too early before Old Dreve got there. So the faceoff will be at center ice. Going back to play it in the Bulldog zone is Howe. Chippewa is able to keep it in there, but now Longo will skate out with it. He'll send it over to the boards, and Jones will control it there. He'll try to get it down, but the Chippewas stop it up. So Oldreeve still not able to get to the bench here. Longo pass up to Peters' mark. Now Sabag with it. He sends it down into the Chippewa zone, and stopping it there is Leach, and now Oldreeve will go to the bench. So with 50.2 seconds remaining in the third period, the Bulldogs will have the extra man advantage here. Taking the draw will be Peters' mark on the catching side of Leach. But the ref blows the whistle for something here. I think he's saying that Sabag and number 6, Nathan Alger, were too close there. McFatridge unable to control it there. But Peters' mark comes in to support him. He'll send it back down the Chippewa zone. But the Chippewas send one down. And Foley will touch up for the icing there. 33 seconds remaining in this third period. The Bulldogs want something to happen. It has to happen now.
It's going to be a great learning game for this young team. They won't pull out the victory. More than likely, crazier things have happened. But a lot to learn from this game. A lot of mental mistakes that led to the goals for the Chippewas. Didn't really beat them too much in the zone. A lot of mental mistakes that they could clean up on. And I think if they see these guys later on in the schedule, it's going to be a much tighter game than what this one was. And then the chemistry will be there. This team will grow as the season progresses. And I think they're going to be, just as any other Adrian team on campus, will turn out to be pretty great hockey players.
Yeah, and that is the final horn for this game. The Chippewas take the 3-1 game. The Bulldogs did, however, though, outshoot the Chippewas 38-31. So definitely a positive to take away from this game for the Bulldog squad is that they did a good job of shooting the puck tonight. Obviously, that's how you do get the goals. The bounces just did not go their way for the Bulldogs tonight. So they will have to take their first loss, 3-1. And as you said, I'm sure this would be a different score if they met later in the year. I'm sure head coach Kevin Sunday has a lot of positives, but some takeaways from this game, too, that he'll want to work on with his team. But that'll be all from Arrington Ice Arena. Make sure you stay tuned to ACTV tomorrow night at 7 p.m. as the ACHA women's hockey team, led by Coach Berger, takes on the Scarborough Sharks here at Arrington Ice Arena. Will be a great game, so you should definitely check that one out. But from Arrington Ice Arena, we would like to thank all of our crew tonight. I'm Ellen Stanton alongside Darian Pitcher, and thanks for tuning in.